for another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video. Happy Friday to everyone. We have got big things coming to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. The Unity upgrade is here. What is the Unity upgrade and why are we hyped about this? We're going to digest this in this video, and I am recording this live on Twitch. Come over to Twitch if you're seeing this video early within the first couple hours. I'm probably still live on Twitch. Come over and say hi, and I'll give you your own personal Babu Freak shout out. That's right, Babu will shout you out. Now, to discuss this topic, I have brought the one and only legendary kangaroo farmer from Australia who has perfected the art of preloading Terminator in Territory Wars. The one and only legendary, you know him as Hinds from ANZGC. What's going on, Hinds?
Hey, Cubs, how are you, buddy? Don't know where this preloading crap's coming from, brother. Honestly, I've got my hand on the Cubs trigger right now, man. The boot from guild button's looking pretty menacing right now, man.
Hey,
but,
man,
no,
look, the guilty taketh the truth to be hard, man. It's you know.
Oh, man, honestly, anyone would think I might get a reputation or something. It's not cool, man. It's not cool. Cubs fam, thanks for having me back. You're a bunch of superstars. Always an absolute pleasure when the Cubs fam come calling.
You know, I gotta say, I don't think there's any single creator, in all seriousness, I don't think there's any single creator that I get more requests from my audience to bring on. Like, nobody even comes close. I think that they like everyone I bring on, but for some reason, you're the darling of the Cubs fam in the comments all the time. When's Hinds coming back on? So the Cubs fan loves you.
I mean, I know that you get a little bit put off from time to time with my stunning good looks. It sort of takes away from you a bit, Cubs. I know that's quite frustrating for you.
Too.
Man, they are ripped right now, brother. Dead set. It's nuts. I mean, I know we're in ISO down here, man. I'm crunching like a mofo right now, but life's pretty good. But nah, it's always, honestly, it's so much fun to hang out with the Cubs fam and yourself, man. It's always been an honor from the first time. It's been great.
Absolutely love it. All right, so let's talk about this Unity upgrade. This is a big post we had from Capital Games yesterday announcing the framework upgrade that we've been hearing about for quite some time. It's finally in the game right now. There's actually an Easter egg in the game that you guys can interact with right now that we do want to talk about. But other than that, there's pretty much there's not really that many noticeable things with this. But those of us who are, I guess, familiar with what they've done here are really hyped about this upgrade, I think, for what the implications are for the future of the game. Hinds, do you want to tell us a little bit about what the Unity upgrade even means? Like, for anyone who's just like, what is this word Unity? What does this even mean?
Yeah. A lot of people have been hearing it and just don't know what the hell everyone's talking about. But the best way that I've learned in the last few days on how to explain it is pretty simple. Cubs, you and yourself and the Cubs fan would know. When you play
let me cut you off
games,
real quick too. You should move over a little bit. You're kind of there you go. Yeah, you're out of the frame. Okay, that's it. It's just see, this was a metaphor actually, because one of the updates that came with this is Vader got centered. And so Hinds was reminding us that Vader wasn't centered. Now he is centered himself. Okay, go on.
I'm going to go get my chest plate. I'll be back in a second. We'll straighten that bad boy up.
Yes.
No, look, the best way to explain it is for anyone that obviously plays Xbox or PS4 or whatever console game, you guys know there's a lot of games built on the Unreal Engine. It's basically the mechanics that obviously a lot of great games are built around. Now, my understanding is that the Unity is basically a mobile version of that type of thing made specifically for mobile games. Okay. Now, my understanding is that they have been using the Unity software for some time, but they've been using a lot of other software, not just Unity on its own. And my understanding is that they've actually obviously gone for the brand new upgrade. They've invested, as you can imagine, it would be a heck of a lot of money to actually bring everything across to Unity and go to the brand new upgraded version of it. And that obviously gives us a lot of positivity going forward in this game, brother. It really does.
I think it does a couple things for me, too. It doesn't just give me optimism for the future of the game, but I think it, in many ways, gives me a little bit of an explanation of maybe why things have been so slow. Now, that doesn't make, I want to be careful to clarify to the Cubs fan out there, this doesn't mean that I've forgotten a lot of the things that have happened over the last 6 months that have really slighted the community and been frustrating. Yeah. I think I still don't feel great about Capital Games as a company and a lot of their tactics, but when it comes to the game itself. I want the game to be good, independent of how I feel about the studio that is making the game. This, to me, would explain why the content has been slow, because they've been focused on getting everything moved over to Unity. I don't know all the logistics of that, but it does sound like, and they've spelled out that they've had to use multiple programs to make things, right? They said that in a Q&A, word for word almost. And so having it all on this, unifying it on Unity, having it all on one program seems like it's going to enable them to do quite a lot more. And so now it's just kind of, I guess, wait and see, right?
Yeah, it's going to do a lot of things. I mean, it wouldn't be too much to say that we've been playing this game. I've been playing it since 2016. I think it'd be fair to say that this is probably the biggest back of house upgrade to the game that we've had since the start, since we really got into the game itself. They've obviously been working on improving what they had, but you know, when they've upgraded to this point, they've obviously even already said it's going to be better graphics coming. There's going to be better cutscenes coming. There's going to be more polygons to play with. Things are going to be cleaner. They're going to be smoother. Visually, it's going to be better. So art department, hey, time to come good. Get into it. At the end of the day, I think that, again, it's more... The frustrating bit is you're right. As far as what you said before with everything previously, the thing that probably frustrates me the most, and a lot of people, is that why are we finding this out when it's hit, you know, once it's dropped? I mean, if we had been told a while ago, and we know that they said they had no firmware problem, you know, months and months ago in
When
Q&As,
they obviously did.
When they obviously did. If we had known back then and said, guys, look, we've got a plan of attack to improve our framework later on so that we can make a better game for you guys going forward, a lot of the salt that we've seen over the last month or so just would not be there.
Fundamental to the problems at CG is communication, and I think that a lot of damage could have been averted over the last 6 months if they just said, hey, it's going to be a really slow 6 months, guys, because we are working on dealing with this, getting everything transferred over to Unity. That's going to take us a while, and that's going to take our full focus. We're not going to be able to release much content in that time. But once it hits, get ready, guys. Buckle in, because it's going to be a fun ride. And so I really hope that that's going to be visualized now. We're going to see that come to fruition. I mean, they used the term once upon a time, an ocean of new content. And I would only assume that this is what they were referring to, post-Unity upgrade. And maybe it just took them longer to get here. And so I think for those of you out there who are maybe jaded and still just kind of like, well, I'll believe it when I see it, I think that's fine. I still kind of feel that way too. I think we've got reason to have hope and optimism right now. And now I'm just kind of sitting here going, all right, let's see it now. Let's see what this looks like. And then if it still feels the same, then maybe the game really is dying. But I personally, the optimist in me is like really excited right now for the next couple months and what this is going to look like.
And we should be. I mean, we as players have invested time, money for a lot of people into this game. We want it to be wonderful. I sound like a broken record. I reckon every time I come on here, I keep saying the same thing. I keep saying we want this game to be great. We want it to be as good as it possibly can. We want to enjoy it. We deserve it. I mean, that's something that we want and we crave for all the investment that we've all put in for a long time. And I agree. I like what I'm finally hearing. The thing that annoyed me was that we would have loved to have heard it a lot sooner, and leaving it till now when you drop it. It's great that it's happened, but it would have saved a lot of anguish and a lot of frustration for a lot of people had we known sooner, because you knew you were doing it. This sort of thing doesn't, okay, we wake up this week, okay, what are we going to do? Let's chuck Unity in. Bang. Yeah. No, this happens for months, and it is a massive cost investment for a game this complex, and we know that they make some serious coins. So they're going to invest in it. They're doing that. They've mentioned that it's going to be around for years. Whether that's spin or not, we'll see. But even hearing that, it's better than hearing absolutely nothing, which is what we've gotten up until now.
They're clearly invested in a long-term future of this game. Hopefully, you know what? Communication has sucked. A lot of things have sucked, and it's not. It doesn't matter at this point, I don't feel like. It just kind of is what it is at this point. So, all right.
I saw something else that sucked the other day. Actually, you had fun with gas the other day. That was amazing in GAC.
Yeah. So moving on. Well, okay, actually, we got a surprise for you guys at the end of the video. But one more question I wanted to ask you. I'm gonna totally dodge that question you just asked.
I know, right? I couldn't help it. Had to be done.
Do you think that this means that we're gonna see galactic challenges sooner rather than later?
There's no reason why not. I mean, obviously, we don't know how complex this particular game mode's going to be. I would like to think yes, but I want them to get it right. And I want them to get it bug-free. And if that takes more time to do that, I'm okay with it. I'm not saying that, 12 months down the track for it to drop.
Right.
They've already said that they want to do it this quarter. That's awesome. We know that, when they say they're going to do something in a certain month, it's normally the end of that month. So that's what we've been seeing recently.
Like literally the last day.
yeah. But I'm okay with that. I really am.
Okay.
Because it needs to be right. It needs to be bug-free. Get it right. Take your time and do it properly. And if it means you need more time to do it, just tell us. We're not going to drop away because we haven't seen anything. We just want to know. That okay, it's still on the way. We need a bit longer to get it right for you guys to make it as good as possible. Here's your chance to stand up and improve communication. This is the time.
100%.
Yeah.
Most ironically, you're talking about bug-free, and we're watching footage with bugs in the footage, so I just wanted to call that out. So. All right, we got to look at this right now. So let me move our cameras. There is a little Easter egg, part of this update that some of you, if you're tuned in, you may have noticed it. You may have noticed it, but you can now do some scripting and bold text in the guild chat. Look at this. I'm going to show you some examps. So you can just
We've been having some fun with this,
bracket with bold, and I can say something like Hinds preloads in the guild chat, and it bolds it. Now, here's my personal favorite part. What's your favorite color, Hinds?
Let's see. Give us a little bit of red, mate, because I'm red hot. Give us some red.
Okay, so if I do red color code,
yep.
I'm typing that in. I've got the color code right now.
Gas. That'd be great.
If you put in brackets that color code, and you can also add like a bold. If I want to bold it, let's do a B, and then why don't we italic it too? So you can do an I after that, and then you type in Hinds.
Dude, you didn't even spell my name right. It's dude. Come on, man. No, it's ESY, brother. Come on, man. Oh, learn more. Do some more research on your guests. Like, dude, seriously, dude.
No, man. That's how you spell it. That's how you spell it. I don't care.
Oh yeah. Tell my mum that.
Anyway, so go ahead and have fun. There's a Reddit post on this. Go check out Reddit. There's some other things you can do along with that. But the commands that I remember are B for bold, I for italic, U for underline. I think S for strike through, right? Wasn't that right?
Yes, it is. Yeah, S for strike through.
Yep. Yeah, you could strike through the text. You can do a lot of fun things. So go ahead and check that out, fam. Kind of the update that we didn't know we needed. I don't think anyone would have ever asked for this, but hey, we got it. So
now that is content.
Content! All right, ladies and gentlemen, how do you guys feel about the Unity upgrade? Let me know down in the comments below. Hinds, you can be found on YouTube, and you got a show tonight, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Friday night. It's going to be around, I think it's around 9:30 Mountain Time. We're actually celebrating Ranger's birthday on Twitch, doing my GAC at the same time. So always going to have our boy, that dodgy looking guy with the beard and the hair and stuff. His name's like Breeden or something like that. No one really cares about him. It's fine. It's all right. But he'll be joining us as well, man, which is going to be great. So yeah, it's always a heck of a lot of fun. So come over and chill out with us and help me celebrate Ranger's birthday.
All right. Sounds good. Everyone, W's in the chat for Hinds. Thank you so much for joining me, Hinds. Be sure to go over, check his content out, and jump on over to Twitch to come enjoy some stuff with us right now. If you guys are seeing this video right when I first posted it, all you early birds out there. All right, everyone, I'm jumping off. Thanks again for joining for the video, and as always, my brothers, don't forget.